You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, I remember back in the day when I used to watch the NBA. Being a Houston Rockets fan, I could always depend on Hakeem Olajuwon showing up to a game and giving his best. Rudy T was the coach. They won championships. Man, I love the Rockets back in the day, man. Hakeem, he played even though Ramadan was actually going on when he couldn't have any food or drink during daylight hours. He didn't take any days off. I mean, only if he was seriously injured, Hakeem wouldn't play. You didn't have to worry about that back in the 80s and 90s. You would never, ever, ever see Michael Jordan take a day off just because, hey, I need the rest. The NBA has had 82 game seasons for a very long time. A very long time. But somewhere along the way, the NBA slipped. The regular season actually used to mean something, guys. But now, it really doesn't. Because the players, the coaches, they don't care. They don't care whatsoever, and that's greatly hurt the product. In addition, to some other things like LeBron James, wokeness, all that other stuff. But if you just want to go on the court, players not playing has been a detriment to the league. That's why I believe that the NBA actually decided to have that in-season tournament. And guess what? It backfired. Because now you got another team right now, sitting players, and they don't care. They don't care. The coaches call, the players call, whatever it is. And by the way, guys, the Lakers, since they won that in-season tournament, they're under 500 now. They're a full game under 500 now. That in-season tournament, man, is a detriment. Players sitting out for no reason whatsoever is going to have to stop, man. Or else the NBA is going to truly die faster than what it already is. Look at this here. The Brooklyn Nets have now been fined $100,000 for violating player participation policy. You see, guys, in the NFL, you only truly really see players sit, for like the final game of the season. Like Lamar Jackson, he's not going to be playing for the Ravens in that final game because they got the playoffs all locked up. Final game, he's going to be sitting out. But we're not even halfway through the NBA season, and teams are right back at it, sitting players down. Now, I got a solution to this, guys. Hear me out here. I have a solution to the problem of players resting. Look at this here. This right here, folks, is the NBA standings. Now, there are divisions in each conference. But in the NBA now, division titles don't even mean anything. They mean something in MLB and in what's the other sport? The NFL. My goodness, slipped my mind right there. It means something. I think a bit solution to this for the NBA is to have only division winners and one wild card make the playoffs. I bet you teams will start playing their players when they find out, man, we really got to win a division to make the playoffs and have one wild card. Yeah, that'll change. Division still exists in the NBA, but it doesn't mean anything. Anyway, let's read some of this, guys. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member. Tomorrow is our member live stream. Appreciate the support. Says here, Joe Dumars, the NBA's executive vice president and head of basketball operations, told ESPN on Thursday that the investigation into the Nets sitting several players in one game last week and the $100,000 fine Brooklyn received for violating the league's player participation policy was about following through on the standards he communicated to teams about the new rules before the season began. I believe that the NBA is the only league that actually has these rules in place. I don't think it actually exists in a Major League Baseball or the NFL. I don't think so. But if players and teams continually want to actually do this, I got another solution. You know, maybe they think that an 82 game season is just way too long. How about this? The NBA should just drop the games down from 82 to 50 and still make the division mean something. Have one wild card. That'll eliminate that, since the players actually don't want to play. But guess what? It's going to greatly hurt their salaries because they're going to have to take a pay cut. I mean, if you're eliminating 32 games, they're going to have to take a pay cut. That's why I don't believe that the players would actually agree to a 50-game season, because it's going to hurt their pocketbook. Yeah. But this is what Joe Dumars had to say here. Quote, "We've been very clear with teams what we are trying to accomplish and what we'd like to see," Dumars told ESPN shortly after the final was announced Thursday afternoon. "And if I'm just cutting to the chase, if you're going to sit 4 starters at one time, that's going to violate the policy, and it violates the spirit of what we're trying to do here. Brooklyn set 4 players. Spencer Dinwiddie for rest. He's not even injured. And they set him. Dorian Finney-Smith, left knee soreness, probably still could have played. Cam Johnson, right knee sprain, injury maintenance. And Nick Claxton, left ankle sprain, injury maintenance for the game. Ultimately, a 144-122 loss to the Bucks on the second night of a back-to-back after beating the Detroit Pistons the night before. Also, Nets coach Jacques Vaughn didn't play Mikal Bridges, Cam Thomas, or Royce O'Neal after the first quarter. You see, he went out there and he tried to lose. They essentially, guys, they tanked the game. Let's just be clear. They tanked the game. But this is his excuse here. Quote, "I got to think short term and long term and make executive decisions for the betterment of the group," Vaughn told reporters for the game and explaining the decision to sit so many players. So that's where we're at tonight. Joe Dumars from the old school, back-to-back champ with the Pistons, NBA Hall of Famer. This stuff did not exist during his day. And the players now, I mean, medicine, the science, sports science, much better than it was back in the 80s. And these guys are still taking days off. This would never, ever happen back in the 80s. 80s and 90s, man, that's when the NBA peaked. But Greg Popovich, the Spurs coach, destroyed the NBA because he started this. He started this trend of actually on sitting players. Remember, he would sit on Tim Duncan, no reason. Manu, no reason. Tony Parker, no reason. He didn't care. He would do it on nationally televised games too. He didn't care. And other teams started copying that since, the Spurs were winning championships. But it's been a detriment to the league, man. Pop, along with LeBron James, Adam Silver, they have destroyed the NBA. They really have. But what do you guys think of this? What do you guys make of the Brooklyn Nets getting fined $100,000 for sitting players? Sitting 4 starters. They went out there and they tried to lose. They tanked the game. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.